Hello, welcome to Advective Weather. I'm Rishi, and I'm going to be taking you through the second half of this winter storm that has been impacting the United States over the last couple of days. The first half of the storm has been the ice. We've all heard about it by now, and it looks like it's finally winding down. About 350,000 people have lost power in Texas, with another 100,000 spread around Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi. Unfortunately, at least 8 people have lost their lives from this ice storm, with the number potentially being a little higher. However, the main reason why we are recording this video is because of what is coming to New England and the Northeast over the next couple of days. There is going to be a very potent Arctic cold front that is going to bring in bitterly cold temperatures as well as brutal winds, especially when it comes to the northern half of New England, namely Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Snow squalls will be possible as well as the front moves through tonight, tomorrow, and into tomorrow night. However, these snow squalls won't be very potent. They won't drop a lot of snow, maybe an inch or two at most. But unfortunately, with how strong these winds are going to be and how low the temperature will be, it is going to be very important that you are aware of what's going on. So as you can see, over the last few hours or so, the ice storm warnings and ice storm watches have been lifting in the deep south. The only warnings that are left down there really are flood warnings that are accompanying a lot of the rivers down there, as there has been a lot of rain attendant with this storm. However, if you look up in Maine, you'll see that white block. That's actually a blizzard warning. They're getting ready for a ground blizzard that is going to be coming along with this Arctic cold front. So, along with the blizzard warning, there is actually a lot of wind chill advisories, wind chill warnings in effect. The wind chill warnings are present in the northeast corner of Minnesota, but the main area of concern is New England, where most of upstate New York, most of Connecticut, most of Rhode Island, and all of Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine all are under wind chill warnings. There are also a couple counties in Pennsylvania, but thankfully it doesn't seem as though the temperatures will get terribly low down there as compared to some of these other states. When it comes to the official forecast, I have selected here two graphics, one from the National Weather Service out of Boston on the left, and one from the National Weather Service out of Caribou on the right. On the left, they've broken it down into two distinct little mini graphics, one of them being the minimum wind chills, it looks like, what they're expecting, and then the right half being the maximum wind gusts that they're forecasting. The strongest wind gusts look like they're going to be around Worcester, which is going to be centered around midnight tomorrow. The gusts could approach 50 miles per hour at the height of this cold snap. However, the wind chills thankfully will stay around about -20, -30 throughout much of the state of Massachusetts. Toward the coastline of Connecticut and Rhode Island, the wind chills will approach -25, -30, which is still extremely cold. But thankfully, things will be not as extreme in this part of the region. However, in Maine, things are going to be much different. In fact, there's going to be a good portion of the state that's going to be experiencing -50, -60, potentially -70 degree wind chills. And in fact, one mountain in particular, they're forecasting -90 for wind chills. That is Mount Katahdin. I apologize if I butchered that. But overall, this storm will be bringing some very cold temperatures, and it is extremely important that you take this very seriously. So, if we look at weather models, I have pulled up two weather models here. On the left, we have the high resolution rapid refresh model, HRRR, and on the right, we have the North American model, 3 kilometer resolution. You can see pretty clearly that the HRRR is the more aggressive of the two, as you can see those deep purples and light blues pushing very far into New England, especially when we get into Saturday morning, the early morning hours. The -20s, -30s actually managed to get into northern Connecticut very easily on the HRRR. On the NAM 3 kilometer, it doesn't quite extend that far south, but when it does, it actually does look like it gets pretty dang cold. Unfortunately, it's very clear from both models that the temperatures in the region are going to be frigid. and it is no surprise that the National Weather Services in the area are taking the storm as seriously as they are. So, wind chill is a function of both the temperature and the wind speed. If the temperature is very low but the wind is very slow, then the wind chill isn't going to be as bad. However, it doesn't take a lot of wind to make the air feel a lot colder than it actually is. In fact, if the air temperature is 0 degrees, it only takes about a 15-mile-an-hour wind to make frostbite occur in only half an hour. And if you look at this little graphic here, as you go toward the purple region, the frostbite times decrease pretty quickly. In the very light blue areas, it's pretty safe to be outside, but still limit your exposure. And the darker blue, you get 30 minutes, exposed skin gets frostbitten, go down to 10 minutes, and then 5 minutes. Now, frostbite is a very serious condition in which you can actually start getting necrosis of the skin, at which point amputation becomes likely. So it is extremely important that you limit all exposed skin during this time. So what can you do to really keep yourself safe when it comes to the storm that's coming? Well, best thing you can do to keep yourself warm is just to dress in layers. Minimize the time that you spend outside, especially. And if you can, make sure to bring in any animals that are outside. In cases where you are unable to do so and you have to take the animals outside, make sure that you keep them outside for only the bare minimum amount of time. Do not stay outside any longer than you have to. Do not take any trips to the park. Just go outside, let them do the business, and bring them back in. Remember, if you're under a wind chill advisory, you need to be mindful that there is going to be some very cold temperatures. Dress in layers, limit time outside. If you're in a wind chill watch, dangerous cold is possible. And you need to make sure that everybody is aware that the temperature is going to be extremely cold. And if you're under a wind chill warning, the obvious answer is to stay inside. Do not go outside unless it's absolutely necessary. And really, throughout the entire region of New England, over the next couple days, it is very important that you stay inside and you keep warm. So overall, that is going to be our winter weather update. Our link is down below if you would like to join our Discord and be able to interact with the community, maybe even get some up-to-date information as things progress. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.